This is Robinson. He works every day. He puts in the effort. He wakes up early. He does what he has to do. And even so, he has no money. He never has money. He's always at zero. And the strangest part is that he doesn't even know exactly why. Because money comes in, but it also goes out. And it goes out fast, too fast, as if someone were stealing it. But no one is stealing it. It's slipping away, little by little, silently, without him noticing. Now think about this. If you work hard, if you do the right things, if you stay consistent, why are you still at zero? Why does it feel like you're not moving forward? Why does it seem like all your effort isn't showing in results? Robinson didn't understand it either. He thought the problem was earning too little. He thought he needed more money, more income, more opportunities. But what he didn't know is that the problem wasn't how much he earned, but what he did with what he already had. Today, Robinson is going to do something different. He's not going to change how much he earns. He's not going to get a new job. He's not going to do anything extraordinary. He's just going to change one thing: how he thinks, how he decides, how he uses his money. And that will change everything. Robinson gets money, like always, and like always, his first reaction is to spend. Spend without thinking, spend on impulse, spend just because. Food, small cravings, things he doesn't need, things he doesn't even remember later, things that seem small in the moment, insignificant, but in the end, they add up and destroy his money. Now ask yourself this: how many times have you spent on something and later thought it wasn't necessary? How many times have you bought something just because it was there? How many times has your money disappeared and you don't even know exactly where it went? Because that's where it all begins. That's where the problem starts. Not in one big expense, but in many small ones, constant, repeated, invisible. Imagine this. You buy a coffee, just one. It doesn't seem like much. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't change anything. But the next day, you do the same, and the next, and the next. And at the end of the month, that small expense is already serious money. And in a year, it's an amount you could have used for something important, something that could actually change your life. But you didn't, because you never saw it as a problem. Now multiply that by everything, by the snacks, by unnecessary orders, by subscriptions you don't even use, by impulse purchases, by everything that seems small, but isn't. And there it is, the leak. There is the problem, not in the big things, but in the constant ones. Robinson starts to notice something. He starts to realize that he's not losing money in one decision. He's losing it in many, automatic decisions. Decisions he doesn't even question. Decisions he makes without thinking. And that's what keeps him at zero. So, he changes something. Something simple but powerful. Before spending, he stops. Just for a second. Just a moment. And he asks himself a question. Do I need this, or do I just want it? And that question starts to change everything, because for the first time, he's not reacting, he's deciding. And another idea appears, more uncomfortable, more real. What if tomorrow everything goes wrong? What if he can't work? What if an unexpected problem shows up? An illness, an emergency, a situation he can't control. Robinson never thought about that. He never prepared. He always lived day to day. He always lived day to day. He always assumed everything would be fine. Until he realizes that's a mistake. He starts saving money. Little, very little, almost nothing. But consistently, every day, whenever he can. No excuses, no waiting, no justifying. And even though it's not exciting, even though it doesn't feel like a big change, something starts to happen. He starts to feel safer, less vulnerable, more in control. Then he does something he avoids, something uncomfortable, something most people don't want to do. He starts tracking everything, absolutely everything. Every expense, every coin, every outflow, no exceptions, no lying to himself, no hiding anything. And after a few days, he sees the truth. He wasn't poor. He was disorganized. It wasn't a lack of money. It was a lack of control, because the money was there. It was just slipping away, silently, in small decisions, in habits he never questioned. And then comes another hit, stronger, more direct. There are things that don't just spend money, they destroy it. Gambling, vices, impulse buying, emotional decisions, things that leave nothing, that build nothing, that only take, little by little, day after day. And when he adds it all up, he realizes how much he's lost, how much is gone, with nothing in return. But there's something worse, something almost no one sees. Time. Hours lost, entire days, doing things that add nothing, that build nothing, that generate nothing, just consumption, just distraction, just noise. And that's when he understands something important. Time used poorly is also money lost. So he changes that too, reduces distractions, starts learning, starts using his time differently, and little by little, his mindset changes, his focus changes, the way he sees money changes. But even then, there's a problem. He's not losing as much money anymore, but he's not moving forward either. And that's when he understands something that changes everything. You can't save your way to being rich, no matter how much you cut. There's always a limit. But earning money has no limit. So he starts from zero. He tries, fails, tries again, fails again. He gets frustrated, he doubts, but he keeps going, because now he understands that's the path. And after many attempts, it finally happens. He makes extra money, little but real. And now comes the most important moment. He has money, he has an opportunity, and he has a decision. Do the same as always, or do something different? Spend it, or use it to grow. And for the first time, he chooses growth. He invests in learning, in improving, in developing skills, in something that will give him more in the future. And there, for the first time, he sees progress, real progress, not instant, not easy, but real. Robinson didn't become rich. He didn't change his life in one day, but he stopped being the same person. He stopped losing. He stopped reacting. He started deciding. He started understanding the game, and that changes everything. Because in the end, it's not how much you earn. It's not how much comes in. It's how you think, how you decide, how you act every day, in every small decision, in every moment where you choose to move forward or stay the same. And now, you have the same decision. Stay as you are, do the same, repeat the cycle, or start today. Change one thing, just one, and see how far you can go. Because Robinson was just a rat, and even then, he made it. But here's the most important part. This is just the beginning, because getting out of zero isn't the hard part. The hard part is building something big, and that is exactly what's going to happen now. Taking Robinson from surviving to generating real money, to thinking differently, to playing at another level. So if you want to see how this story continues, how he goes from zero to real growth, subscribe now, like this video, and save it, because what's coming, you don't want to miss it.